Hi guys, good morning. Today I get to talk to you about the new live action Lilo and Stitch. And I feel like I need to preface this by saying that the animated version of Lilo and Stitch is one of my favorite animated movies of all time. This and Moana are some of my favorites, so I've been cautiously optimistic that they're both going to be made into live action movies. Well, I can tell you that Lilo and Stitch is, I think it's not even close, by far the best Disney live action movie. With that being said, the bar was not set too high. Let's be honest here, the bar was pretty low. But with something like Lilo and Stitch, you have to do Stitch right. He has to look good. He has to act like Stitch acts, but he has to also feel like he fits into the surroundings, right? If he looked out of place, if it was bad CG, it's not gonna work. There's a couple moments where you're like, oh, that was a little choppy. You know, like you see, like there's one moment where he's sneaking behind a car and he kind of like, it almost looks like he glitches out for a second. But there's not a lot of that. For the most part, Stitch really fits in at home, which is, again, what you need to happen with something like this. And of course, there's that bond between him and Lilo. The young actress who plays Lilo is phenomenal. She's so good. She's a star. That girl is going places. She's hilarious. She hits every single comedic beat. She's funny. She's cute. She's clearly having the time of her life in this role. And I think she truly connects to the character of Lilo, which is why she brings that out. Plus, her chemistry with nothing. Like, literally, what did they have? A stuffy on set, right? Like, it's insane to me that it really feels like she has this strong, actual, real bond with Lilo, or with Stitch. She's Lilo, with Stitch. And it really, really, truly works, the two of them. It's amazing, and it's heartwarming, and it's sweet, and it hits the emotional beats exactly where you want them to hit. Then there's also Nani, which I have said this so many times over. If you've been at my channel, you know you've heard this, but I have two daughters, okay? Right now, they are 12 and 13. But literally anything with two sisters is always going to get me. It's always going to hit me in the feels. It doesn't matter their age difference. Like, of course, you know the story of Lilo and Stitch. Nani is now taking care of Lilo. Their parents have passed, and that is what is happening. And so she's obviously much, much older than Lilo, but it doesn't matter. Like, the connection between Nani and Lilo is there. They talk about being sisters. That part gets me. A couple of their conversations had me tearing up, even though they're pretty much ripped from the animated version. They do a lot of great scenes, like exciting special scenes from the animated version. But things are a little different. Now, of course, we have Jumba and Pleakley, but we don't have Captain Gantu. And that, to me, I was like, he's really the like main villain. How are we going to do this? What is the deal going to be? How is this going to work out? Is it going to mess with the story? They do it pretty well. They just kind of give someone else a little bit of the villain role. They take a little bit of that Captain Gantu stuff and sprinkle it into someone else, which it feels seamless. It feels like it makes sense right from the beginning. They kind of set that up, and it feels like, oh, the animated version could have totally gone this way too. It's not completely out of place. I was never like, oh, I really miss Captain Gantu. Like, he's not in the animated version that much, so I get what they were doing. They were cleaning things up. Also, probably, it costs a lot of money to create these visuals of these monsters, aliens, whatever you want to call them. They're aliens. These creatures, right? So, and we get to see a little bit of Jumba and a little bit of Pleakley in their like alien form. It made sense that they have these little things that make them, look like human. I get it. There was one thing about Jumba's character that I thought they would continue to go to and continue to like make jokes on, and they didn't, which is fine. I mean, honestly, like they were fine. They're not my favorite part of the movie. It really is Nani and Lilo and Stitch that are at the heart of this. I love Jumba and Pleakley in the animated version. Pleakley's great in this. Jumba just is kind of annoying, and I felt bad because Zach Galifianakis, like, he has a couple of lines that are supposed to be funny. Like, they're supposed to be comedic lines that are thrown in there, and like nobody was laughing. They didn't really work. And it just kind of was like, that's not what you're here for. I guess you're here for the more heartwarming stuff. And all the comedy stuff was really coming from Lilo and Stitch. And then you have David, he's just kind of there. Like, he has a lot more to do. Not much, but he has some more to do in the animated version. They don't really explore him and Nani very much, which is fine. We don't really need it. but there's some things I really enjoyed about them that they changed. And then one thing that really bothered me, and it's hard to talk about without spoilers because I don't want to ruin how they did this for some people. But they changed the end. That is what I will say. The ending is different. Also, Cobra Bubbles is amazing. Let's put that out there. He's great. So much fun. Barely in it, but when he is in there, it's perfect. But they changed the ending. And what they did makes sense for this story that they were telling. They've changed a little bit of some things. There's a few things they weaved in here that's different. It's new. It's updated. And I love the ending of the animated Lilo and Stitch so much. Like, so much. It's one of my favorite things. And the way they changed it, and it's not a big change, but it does kind of change the entire ending. And so I was kind of like, I wish they hadn't done that. I wish they had stuck to the original ending. But again, this is a movie I've watched 100 times probably. So it just really, like, I was like, why did they do that? You know, like I was waiting for a certain line to be delivered and it never came. And so it was kind of sad because it's one of my favorite lines in the entire movie. It always makes me cry and we just didn't get there, unfortunately. But overall, very cute movie, very adorable, lots of fun. I think families are going to love it this summer. I mean, Stitch is great. Stitch is hilarious. Stitch is Stitch. We all love Stitch, right? And you need that connection with Lilo, and it's great. And there's a couple of gags that really worked in here. There's a couple that didn't work for me. Like I said, by far the best Disney live action. Is that a high bar? Not really. But it's not a bad movie. I just didn't appreciate some of the changes that were made. But I do like also when it's not a shot-for-shot remake. I like when they give us a little bit more. And they gave us a little bit of substance, like I said, removing Captain Gantu. The Alien Queen looks incredible, by the way. Can we talk about that for a second? The CG is really, really good for the most part. There's a couple of scenes where it's like, okay, if they had a few more weeks to refine this, or a week, or I don't know how long that stuff takes. Probably a long time. But it wasn't terrible. But I didn't mind the Captain Gantu stuff. Like I said, I never really missed him. That was fine. It's the ending really got me. Kind of bothered me. And then, like I said, a lot of like the Jumba, the Zach Galifianakis stuff just didn't hit. Pleakley's hilarious. Billy knew exactly what he was doing. He encompassed that character so well. He's great. He's hilarious. He's out there. He goes for it. And I had a blast watching him. Probably just as much fun as that man had filming this because he was clearly having a good time. But the Lilo and Nani stuff and the Lilo and Stitch stuff was great. Really, really good. Really well done. There's one scene that another scene I was kind of waiting for. And I was really upset we didn't get it. And then we did get it in during the credits. They're showing some scenes of things. And I was like, okay, we did get it. It's one involving Stitch. And that's all I'll say because I don't want to ruin it for people. But I was happy to see it. So stick through the credits while they're like throwing stuff. Plus there is like a little end credit kind of. The credits start and it's showing pictures and scenes of like what is happening in the future for them. And then it shows a full scene, like a mid-credit scene. A good scene. It's funny. It's fine. And then it goes to like the credits without any pictures. And so then you can leave. There's not too much more after that. But I think families are going to love it. I'm excited for my kids to see it. I'm probably going to actually, when it goes to digital, I'm probably going to do a reaction with my daughter here, a movie reaction. So come back for that. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. But overall, I enjoyed it. Like I said, best Disney live action by far. I have some issues, but overall it's cute, it's charming, it's adorable, it's heartwarming, made me tear up. I'm really annoyed about that ending. I'm never going to shut up about it. It really made me, like, I was like, now I have to watch the animated, even just the ending, because I'm annoyed. But yeah, it's cute, it's fun, Stitch will steal your heart again. No surprises there. You guys can follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and you can check me out at mamasgeeky.com. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.